Hello, I am going to review for you today Alice Madness Returns. As you can tell by my costume, this is my American McGee's Alice costume. I'm doing the whole Alice / Lily Allen look with the trainers. So, I hope you like my costume, and here's my review. When I found out about a new Alice game coming out, I was very excited. I was quite a big fan of American McGee's Alice. I didn't play it, I watched it because so sorry, it's so hot in this dress. It's surviving the Antarctic in this, right? Anyway. So it had a lot to live up to, and that's something to note. This could either fail or it could pass. I think it's passed. One thing complaints about is the box art. I think it's quite lame. I don't like it at all. I think they could have done better with the box art. I don't know. Is she an illustration? Is she CG? I don't know. She doesn't look anywhere near as good as she does in the game. It's just a little thing that I think they could have improved. It's almost like they've rushed the box together, which is a bit of a shame. Anywho, that doesn't stop it being an amazing game. This game is pretty long. There are 6 chapters in total, and they're all very, very long. They're lengthy chapters. So it's full of secrets and goodies for you to find. Now, I really tried my best to play this game and try and get everything, but I missed so much. You have to unlock parts of Alice's memory to try and unlock the truth about what happened to her family. So you go through the game and you find pieces of her memory. You travel back and forth through London and Wonderland. The London sections in this game, they're really good. As soon as you start playing the game, you will notice how different the game looks. It's really pasty in the way it looks. You know, I can describe it. There's just no life almost in it, but it just looks very, very pretty. And when you get to Wonderland, it's visually a very stunning game. This is the only game, and I mean this, other than I'd say Tomb Raider, that has actually made me stop and look at my surroundings. And there's so much life in this game. Just things dotted all around. You really have to look at this game because you miss so much. So I would recommend not just rushing through this, but taking your time to actually appreciate it. I am very impressed with the fighting. I think it works unbelievably well. The way she locks onto enemies, once you kill one, she locks onto another straight away. It's very, very fluid, and it works very, very well. Yes, the only gripe I had about the fighting, she locks onto weaker enemies that don't really pose you any threat. You're getting the shit kicked out of you by this great big monster. She's too busy aiming at something that's not even going to take half your health away. So that aspect of the fighting is quite crap. And she seems to aim at enemies that are quite far away as well. Instead of aiming for one that's right near you, she aims for the furthest away enemy. Yeah, if you're using the vorpal blade, you tend to end up going past loads of enemies, like, because she's aiming at one on the other side of the room. But other than that, the fighting in this, I can't fault it. Yes, you don't get many weapons in this game, but they are very charming and very inventive weapons. You get the vorpal blade, which is amazing, especially when you upgrade it to its full level. It's fast, it's deadly, it chops enemies up in seconds. It's just very, very powerful and very fast. You get a hobby horse, which I love the hobby horse. It's fantastic. It's very slow, but my god is it powerful. You get a teapot cannon, which is awesome. You get to fire red hot, boiling hot tea at enemies. The pepper grinder is like a very fast firing weapon. You get clockwork bomb, which doesn't just work as a bomb, it also works as a distraction to enemies. It acts as a kind of decoy, which was really handy for later on when there's loads of big-assed enemies, and you don't run out of ammo, you don't run out of bombs, it's infinite. And you also get an umbrella, which is just basically a shield. You can use it to deflect enemy fire back. Alice can jump amazingly in this game. She has numerous jumps, and you can float through the air, so jumping from platform to platform is quite simple, but yet later there are some very intricate little jumps you have to do, so it does make the game very easy, but also you have to have some skill later on to make jumps. Yes, it's an amazing game. It's long. I love the storyline. I like the way Alice is animated. Her hair and her dress flow in the wind so wonderfully. It's beautiful. It's visually wonderful, and Alice just looks amazing. I think it's probably the most realistic hair I've seen in a game yet. You have to turn small a lot in this game. It's infinite. You don't have to collect power-ups to allow you to do it. I love that. It's brilliant. I would get very frustrated having to collect like little potions or something to allow you to do it for a limited amount of time. You can shrink for as long as you want, but you can't jump while you're shrunk. Please remember this. The amount of times I've gone to jump while shrunk and I've just dropped off a ledge. One thing that lets the game down for me, but it would have made it a little bit easier to play, is she has no grab animation. She can't grab ledges and save herself. The amount of times I've just fallen short of a ledge and literally she could have grabbed it and pulled herself up. Yes, it's very pretty, but there are some weird textures in this, like almost like they've been stretched over something. You will notice this quite a lot. Normally I don't tend to notice it, but they are quite an eyesore sometimes, especially on some larger areas that you can see the textures are a little off. There's a few invisible walls, not loads, but there are a few. She hooks on a lot of scenery. It happens a lot and it's very frustrating. It's a very smooth, fast running game, and now and again she'll just clip something and she'll just stop and you have to kind of turn her to get her off it. The thing I love about this compared to American McGee's, which I'm playing again, I'm actually playing it this time as soon as I can actually play it because it's on console. Awesome. And I've got a pad to play it, no annoying keyboards for me. The thing I love about it, American McGee's is so different to this, because American McGee's, it's a classic, but it feels twisted and it feels like it's not right. Everything about it isn't right. It's twisted and dark and just so corrupt. But the difference between that and Madness Returns is Madness Returns is more disturbing. It's still twisted, of course, but it's disturbing, and I love that more. I think that's so much more powerful. Even when you fall down the rabbit hole at the start, it's done so well in this. American McGee's, it's kind of, she just falls down a swirly purple thing, but this, she falls past loads of weird crap and stuff, and it's very well done. I actually wasn't sure if this was actually more twisted than American McGee's, but towards the end, I am not going to give anything away, towards the end it just gets so messed up. The end boss, I'm not going to give anything away, but it is one of the most horrible things I've ever seen. It's just horrible, and the idea behind it is awful as well. Yeah, the storyline in this, I really like it. I love unlocking Alice's memory and discovering the whole story. But I found towards the end of the game it felt a bit rushed to me. Not the storyline, just the gameplay and the cutscenes intertwined seemed a little rushed. It was just quick and end. I don't know, it just seemed very rushed. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but when you play, if you felt the same way, leave me comments and let me know. So yeah, if you was a fan of American McGee's Alice, definitely get this. It's very, very, very good. It just surpasses it, and it had a lot to live up to. American McGee's is a masterpiece, so it had a lot to live up to, and it just passes everything American McGee's offered you. But there's lots of jumping, lots of shrinking, so if you're not a very patient gamer, this isn't the game for you. There is lots of jumping, gliding, floating, so if you don't really like jumpy platformy style games, I think you might get bored with this, because it's a bit repetitive as well. I'd never got bored with it. I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed everything, the jumping and everything. I enjoyed it all. But it is very repetitive. It's literally just jump, 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 float, float, jump, jump, beat up some enemies, go small, go big, go small, find this, jump, jump, float, float. I'm really hot in this dress. I can't wait to get out of this dress. So yeah, Alice, Madness Returns, big thumbs up from me. I would give this game an 8.5 out of 10. There isn't really a lot I hate about it. It's visually amazing. There's some amazing things to look at. American McGee fans, get this. And of course, you buy this. It was £40, I think, which is reasonable to me. I'd have paid that with just this. But you get a code with this to actually unlock the original American McGee's for free. It's long. It is a little repetitive, but it looks amazing. It's a good length. I like the story. I think the story is interesting and solid, and I love unlocking it. The end boss, horrible and disturbing, and it is a disturbing game. There's some disturbing visuals throughout it. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I hope you enjoy my boiling hot costume. So, bye.